Hi everyone, what's up? My name is Vedant and guys from this video we'll be starting to build an awesome app in Flutter which will be expense tracker app in Flutter. So throughout this app you will learn how you can track all your expenses through this app and incomes. Also in this app you will learn to display a graph weekly and year wise and monthly as per you want. So all the things we will learn. So let's start this video without any delay. By the way guys, as you all know, this is the first part of this video. So in this video we'll be creating a splash screen. So let's start. Firstly, let me create a new folder. So I'll create a new folder. Let me name this folder as a expense tracker app Flutter. So let's open this folder. Also guys, if you are new to Flutter, so don't worry, this will be a beginner friendly video, so we will have no doubt. Alright, so I will also show you like this will be a layout. Okay, so something it will be like that only. By the way, in the code we will make it more better. So let me just open this location in command prompt and I have to type your Flutter create and your project name. So I'll say expanse tracker app Flutter. I know it's a long name, but you can give it a short one like expense tracker only. Fits no issue, guys. So we have a new folder, so let's open the folder and let me open it with the Visual Studio Code. Alright guys, so I'll come to this main.dart file and let me just run this in my emulator. So I'll just launch the emulator. Alright guys, so our application has been opened and this is the default application which you get when you run the Flutter program, the default one. So don't worry, I will just erase it all, and as I told you, it's a beginner friendly video. So let me just import a material.dart. So this is a package which allows you the many things which you are using. Okay, so let's create a main function, and by the way we don't need these, so we will just say to run the app and it will be a const my app, and when you just say const my app it will give an error that he doesn't know what is my app. So I'll say don't worry, I am creating a stateful widget or a stateless widget, whichever you want to create you can create, and name it as my app, and you can see now the error has been gone. So in this my app, let's return a material app. So we can maybe give a const material app. Okay, material app. Alright, so in this material app you can see this tiny banner which is not looking good for our application. So I'll say debug show check banner to false. So okay, false. If I just save it, the banner has been gone. Now I will say home to be a splash screen. Okay, so let's leave it for now. Let me just comment this line, and here in the lib folder I'll create a new folder which will be screens, and in this I'll again create a file which will be splash underscore screen dot. So basically in this we will create a splash screen. So if you don't know splash screen, let me just introduce what is splash screen. So whenever you open any application, in the starting of the application for 2 or 3 seconds, the logo of the application or the name of the application occurs. So that we call it a splash screen. So basically splash screen are of two types, animated and a simple one. So if you want to learn the animated splash screen, you can comment me, so I'll make another video on that, but in this video we'll be creating a simple splash screen. Okay, so here let me just create a stateful widget and let me name it as splash screen. By the way, I don't need these two packages, so I'll just remove it and replace it with material.dart. Alright, so here instead of this placeholder I'm gonna replace it with a scaffold. Inside the scaffold I'll create a okay, firstly I'll give a background color to colors Okay, wait a second. Colors dot blue accent maybe, and let me just now uncomment it and name it as splash screen, and it will again give me an error because you don't know what is splash screen. So I will just import this package dot, and now hopefully it should not give me the error. Cool. So as you can see, we have the background color as a blue. Okay, now if you want to give any other color, you can give it to. Alright guys, so now we'll creating the body of our scaffold. So I will simply write body. In this body I will pass the center parameter, and in the center I'll just create a new child which will be a text. So in this text it will ask what you want to give. So I'll say I want to give my app's name, which is money tracker. I'll write money tracker TR. Instead of R I'm using this because it will look cool. Okay, let's save it. Awesome. So in this money tracker I will just say style. Hey, I want to style my text. I'll say hey style text style. Then I'll say hey, I also want the color to be white. It says okay, here's your color. Then I'll just say hey, font size, can you increase the font size by maybe 30. Okay, it's looking cool. Well, here we have another option of letter spacing. So if I give letter spacing to around 2, so you can see we will have some spacing between all the letters, which is looking good. Now I will also add the font weight to this text, which will actually increase the weight of the text. Like if I just give it around 700 maybe, it's looking like that. Also you can give bold if you want to give a bold one, but I'm liking this one. So this is the splash screen for our application, and you can see the splash screen. What happened in the splash screen? After 2 seconds, we can redirect into another page, but this is the still one. So now the designing has been complete. Now we have to focus on the logic. So what's the logic for that? Okay, alright guys, so I'll just come somewhere here, and here I'll say, hey, I want to create a void of init state. And inside this state I'll just pass super dot init state. Awesome. Now after this I'll be just adding a timer parameter. In this timer we have to declare the duration. So I'll say hey, I want the duration, and it will say okay, you want the duration in which type, days, hours, microsecond, milliseconds, minutes, or second. So I'll say hey, I want in seconds, around, we can take it as 3 seconds. And after this here you have to just pass the root of your file. Like after this where we have to redirect. So we don't have any file now. So in the screens only I'll create a new file which will be a home page dot. So instead of this again placeholder, I'll define a scaffold, and the scaffold I'll just say body of center maybe. In the center I'll have a child of a text. So in this text I'll just have a call it as home page. Cool. So like this is very easy. And in this splash screen I'll give the root of my page where you have to redirect. I'll say hey, I want to say navigator dot push context, and it will ask for the route, what is your route. So I'll say material page route, and in this builder you have to just say context, and just a second, context, and after this context you have to pass your where you have to go. So I'll say home page, and after this I'll just say this, and let me just save this, and let's see does it work properly or not. So let's just say a background color to be a type of amber. Let me just save it again. Let's start the application. Okay, we are waiting 1 2 3, and now it should be changed. Awesome guys. So as you've seen in this video we have learned about splash screen. If I just restart this application and just see we got it 1 2 3. Awesome guys. So yes guys, this was the first episode of our expense tracker app, and this is the very basic splash screen. Hopefully guys you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed and if you learned something new, don't forget to like this video, subscribe our channel, and yes, I'll meet you in the next part of this application. So yes, till that time, bye bye.